awesome. Steering wheel feels good. It's nice and straight. Okay, we're gonna do a visual condition report. Now we're looking for scuffs, scratches, chips, dings, any cosmetic imperfections that we can find. And real quick, you probably already know, but this car is wrapped in a matte black on half of it. And then you have the beautiful ruby red on this side. So starting with the front right wheel, you do have a chip right there. Couple spots here, and these little scuffs every once in a while on the finish there. And looking at the fender, got a little scuff here, a couple little imperfections, got some really light surface scuffs. Looking at the side mirror, got a couple rock chips here and there. Looking at that A-pillar, that looks good. Got a rock chip here. Got a small chip right there. Have a couple imperfections here on the paint, some texture there. Got a chip right here, and then right here you do have PPF protecting that section. Here on this lower side though, it has sustained some rock impacts, and you have a scratch here, and you can see some scratches and rock chips on that edge. Got a chip right there. Chip here. The rest of that quarter panel looks good. Checking out this wheel. I think this is just a factory defect where you can see kind of like the spider cracking in the paint. Overall though, it looks really good. All right, checking out the front. Let's start with the top side here. You do have some rock chips. A couple of them have been touched up. Got a little spot in the paint there. Rock chip here. And then you have a couple dings. Let's see that right there. A small ding here. Looking at the matte side, see a really light ding there, one right there, and you're gonna have a couple tiny scuffs here and there on that wrap. Looking at the headlight, you do have a little bit of yellowing here on that top side, a couple impacts here. The gloss black emblem there. The striping is really clean all the way up. That looks awesome. Got a chip here, chip right there, and then your typical rock impacts on the front. This headlight has a little bit of yellowing here. A little rash on that splitter on the low side. A little more here. In that very corner you can see the wrap is kind of peeling. And then checking out the engine bay, you got the K&N intake. Besides that, everything else in here is stock. It looks nice and clean. All right, checking out the driver fender here. Overall looks really good. Checking out this wheel. I don't see any curb rash. That side mirror looks good. Here on the A-pillar, we do have a ding right there. Then looking at the driver door, you have your typical little scuffs from getting in and out with the little fingernails. Little scuff there. See the wrap, it's kind of lifting just a little on that edge. A couple scuffs here. Got a ding right there. A couple scuffs every once in a while. I see a little ding here. There's a couple dings on the roof here as well. All right, checking out the back side here, starting with the spoiler. You can see it is fully wrapped matte black on that top side, and then the factory color here underneath. Got a little rock impact here. I see a couple dings on the deck lid. Then here on the underside, you do have some dings in here, if you can see those. And then you have a couple here. And there's a factory plug from the original spoiler, and you're going to see it on this side as well. So you got a couple plugs in there. Got a chip right here, little scratch there, a couple little scuffs on that back bumper. Got a few gashes right here, a few scuffs on the wrap. You can see some imperfections here on that vinyl. Got the Roush exhaust. Got a gash right here, a gash right there, a couple small ones every once in a while. Looking at the trunk, overall that looks good. Here on this liner you are missing two plastic caps. All right, checking out the interior. It is a non-smoker. Here on this driver door panel, all of that leather looks awesome. Got the ambient lighting here on the door handle. These buttons look perfect. A couple minor scuffs every once in a while on this trim. That lower section looks good. Got the illuminated kick plate here. You have a couple gashes and a ding. Looking at this bolster, overall that edge looks really good. Very minimal wear here. You can see the leather kind of lifted from the foam, but still looks clean. A couple scuffs here, all very minor. Looking at the steering wheel. A little bit of wear on some of the edges and on that top side. Those buttons look good. Those look good. The chrome or whatever material this is kind of peeling on that edge. The screen looks nice, heated and cooled seats. Push button start, of course. The rest of this all looks good. Looking at the passenger door panel, Got the ambient lighting in here that looks good. Overall, that panel's very clean. I don't see any scratches on the bottom side there. Got the illuminated trim here. That plastic looks amazing. Floor mats look good. That bolster looks awesome. These seats are super, super clean. Here on the cup holder trim, the chrome is kind of flaking off right there. Got the ambient lighting there. That plastic all looks good. Glove box is nice and clean. This part of the dash is perfect. Upper side looks amazing. This side is very clean. Then looking at the back seat, I know it's really hard to see because it's dark, but those seats look awesome. Very clean back here.